with the sweep of an arm. My sleep is watched over by sentinel night. This land is speaking. This land is awaking. Red earth rejoicing. Shadows dissolve. And hands are touching, linking in the wilderness. The silence becoming the song of resolve. As the sound of the arcing horizon enfolds me, blue presses me into the red of the sand. Zeniths dances in magical motion. I'm there still held in the palm of your hand. This land is awakening, speaking, singing. People are dancing and music is heard. And laughter flows in the slow-moving rivers. Ancient chasms resound with the sacred word. Om Gari Mata, give the child's wisdom.
Jai Shri Mataji, dear brother and sister, we will start the meditations. So let's bow down to the divine lotus feet of our mother and put ourselves in bandhan. Let's start the meditation by the Maha Mantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीमहालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
We will put our right hand on the floor and left hand on the top floor, and we will say one time Shri Ganesha mantras, following by the Atavasesha. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo.
श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानोचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादस्सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Shri Ganesha, you who are our elder brother, please destroy all the obstacles within ourselves. Please help us to be imbibe of your quality, to be with some, to have with some, to be innocent, to be pure, to be fully surrendered to our Mother as you are surrendered to her. Please, Sri Ganesha, help us to be the messenger of our Mother. Destroy all the negativities. Bring in ourselves the chastity. Bring peace in ourselves. We can put some perfume on the lotus feet of our Mother and to have silent meditation. We'll now listen a talk of Shumataji, our dearest mother, about the Christ and the peace.
I wanted to be with you people on a Christmas day. But it never happened before. And it has so chanced that I have to be here with you today and on the New Year. Something good has to happen, I hope, next year. Some good luck has to come. Life's work was very unique. The whole thing was a very unique thing. It was planned in such a manner. He was to be born in a place. It was very humble, because he came to teach us humility. The word teaching in the English language means telling about it, talking about it. But when I say teach, I mean create, to activate within us humility. Actually, he came on this earth, first of all, to create a space within us. By removing the hurdles of the ego. He had to talk of humility that time. Because Romans were ruling and they were very arrogant, very crude, uncouth, underdeveloped, we should say, not at all evolved. Like, we can say some of the animals which came into being and were thrown out of the evolutionary process later on. Because they were useless, they were too aggressive or too big for their size or some sort of a thing like that. In the same way Romans were. If you see their body, even now, painted sometimes, you find that it was not like a human body. It was like some animal, the muscles and all that was very good. There was no softness, no roundishness on their faces. So this ego of Romans affected everyone whom they ruled. Because when you have somebody as an ideal before you, and always people see who dominates them, and therefore such person becomes their ideal. So you start imbibing that kind of a character within yourself. You see somebody who is condescending, you also become suddenly condescending. You see somebody who is very egoistical and tries to show off, you also put up airs. You can see this every day happening. That a boss comes in who is a very, very airy person. Everybody in the office is like that. And that's how Romans affected the people in those days by creating their own ideas. People thought they are the ideals, they are the best. Because they had produced results according to them. They were so powerful, they thought this was the power. And that's why they followed their methods, many people who were not even Romans. Another humbler group was affected because they were hurt. Their ego was hurt. So they became equally violent in the sense that they were so touchy that you could not say anything to them. They would just come and bark. Frightened people. This kind of character is very dangerous also, because that gives you some sort of very bad behavior. Can give you leprosy. People develop leprosy with that kind of character. If you develop a barking temperament of a nature by which you just jump at people, nerves become absolutely sort of shattered. And the leprosy is the disease of the nerves. Those people who always keep themselves under such strain and jump at every person who comes along are very dangerously placed as far as their nerves are concerned. And then a horrible type of virus, you know that, which creates leprosy, attacks these nerves. Can attack, because they are very vulnerable, this kind of people who jump whatever. That's why there was so much leprosy. In that small little place, there were so many lepers. Because their nerves are shattered. In those circumstances, Christ was born. But he was not only born just for Romans or for anyone, but he was born for the whole world. Because ego had started growing in human beings at that time, and had developed quite a lot as far as the Romans were concerned. And that demarcated the way human beings were going on. So they had to be controlled first of all. And Christ had to come at a time where a balance. So the first thing that was said about Christ throughout in all this music and songs you have heard now is that peace on earth. He came to create peace on earth. That's only possible when you are in balance. First of all. Secondly, when you are realized. Both things should be. If only you get your realization and there is no balance in you, there cannot be. But peace never means in any way is a personality that recedes, runs away from situations, escapes. It does not want to face the reality. Never means that. Christ is pictured very differently from what he was. He was the strongest personality and the heaviest man. And he would not stand any nonsense. Nobody could take liberties with him. But he would not himself take liberties with others. Of course, no question. Extremely compassionate, extremely kind, but very powerful. This is the balance. So he came on this earth to create peace within us. On this earth there is no peace. Why? What's wrong? It's only the human beings are wrong. Where is within yourself? Who is violent? Human beings are violent to each other. Ego developed subtler ways and subtler ways. Then provocative ways started coming up also from the super ego. Sly methods from the super ego. The conflict started. And at that time, to overcome that conflict, the best thing was create a space in Agya, in the center, in thoughtless awareness. That's how Christ had to come on this earth. The birth is very, very symbolic. Because he is nothing but Chaitanya, he is nothing but the word, as you call it, Logos. I don't know what all words you have got in language. The Shabda, as they call it, the Omkara. He was to be born in this way because he had no body. And the subtlest of subtle he had to be. Because the work was very subtle, sukshma. That's why he was born like that. It's very poetic to see him lying down in a manger for people. But look at it. The King of Heaven should or she herself understand. Don't go near that. So the story of his birth was very interestingly that he came in a humble place because people were so proud of their money, so arrogant because of their power that they have. Even today, all the Christian nations are like that. Surprisingly, Christian nations should be so arrogant and so power drunk and think the end of themselves because they are affluent. Think of the Christian nations being very poor. Do you think they would have had racial problems? They don't have racial problems with Arabs. Not at all. As simple as that. No problem with Arabs. They have no race. Arabs have no race. They have money. Money race. Those people who hanker after money are only bowing down to money. They have no respect for anything else but for money. Those who have money and think of money are another lot which is going to go out of the circulation of evolution. That's going out already. The second lot is the one which was like Romans. They had a fall, they all finished because they were power drunk. They drank away their civilization, completely finished off, and they are out. You see in Portugal, you will be amazed, it's happening there. The ego of Portuguese was so great, you can't believe that country is a desolate country. There's nothing now. Big, huge big buildings which you see, and you know they must have been rich once upon a time. And there's nothing left with them except for their antique shops which are never open. This kind of an ego is again revived. And that revival came up, imagine, in the name of Christ. Imagine. They purchased people to be converted as Christians. They gave them money. It's all money propositions, money enterprise going on. Jews the same, then the Christians the same. he was born in a manger. For a little child to be put in a manger by the Mahalakshmi. It's too much. See how symbolic it is. Mahalakshmi. It's not Lakshmi, but Mahalakshmi. To put the child in the manger. No place. We have at least Shaisham Road, Warwick Road, Brahmam Gardens, Mountain Square. But the child was born and was put in the manger. The humblest thing in this world is a manger. The humblest of all, a crib. The highest is put in the manger. So, what do? We think we should also sleep in the manger. We become like Christ. There are people who believe in such nonsensical things. They think that, you see, if they have all the money, they drink, do all kinds of things, you see. I met one man one day who was all drunk, lying near a church, saying, I am Christ, I am Christ. He must have got this idea that he is lying there because he is very humble. This kind of ridiculous caricature of the whole beautiful symbol is followed everywhere. So the arrogant and the egoistical might say that why, if he was the king, why was he born in the manger? Why was he kept in the manger? Everybody will have their own concept. Even there are people in India who are stupid people, not wise, who say that he must have done lots of bad karmas to be born like that. Because to them, karmas give you more money. Means God is not so unintelligent. If you do good karmas, you become men of God. You become seekers. You get the blessings of God by your good karma. You become religious people, not money people who can go to pubs and waste their lives. This is the idea they have got, that by doing good karmas you become rich and become even worse for next life. Some people may believe that. But he never did any karma. He was in a karma himself. So no question of his punishment and all that, it was just a drama. But very symbolic it is. Now see, a little child put in the manger, no comfort. Can there be a comfort in a manger? Think like that. All the Christian nations are after their comforts. Aren't we? What we think is not comfortable, it should be comfortable. Christians should never seek comfort. That is one of the messages of Christ's birth. If they seek comfort, then they are away from Christ. Because he was born in a manger. No comfort was provided for him. But that doesn't mean that you should assume some sort of a funny habitation. It doesn't mean that also. I mean, I have to tell the other side of it. You see. Copying him is not the way. It's not the way by copying him that you will become Christ, but by imbibing his qualities within you. I have known people who live in a pigsty, but once they get to a better life, they want everything else. So imbibing the quality of humility and adjustment. Humility and adjustment. Anywhere you're put, anytime. Very particular about time. If somebody has to come at 10 o'clock, and if he has to do a job, if it is he delayed by 5 minutes, he starts breaking all the heavens. Just can't bear it. Can't bear it. 5 minutes he has to wait. And if he has to wait 10 minutes, he is out for a pub. Finished. He cannot pacify himself unless until he takes a drink. This is the situation of a volcanic human mind. So the peace has to come. If you seek comfort, you'll become lazy lumps. You'll sleep off. You'll be lotus eaters. But if you not seek comfort, then peace will come. Because for our own comfort, for our selfish comfort of this body, we torture everybody. The other day only I was telling that only in the Western countries it is so, not in India. If somebody is sleeping even till 12 o'clock, you cannot wake up that person. It's a irreligious act. I mean, in India, anybody who sleeps after 6 o'clock will feel ashamed of himself to be sleeping that time. He'll be apologetic the whole day and he'll say that, oh God, I'm sorry. I said. It's regarded as sinful to sleep so late as 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, any country like that. So comfort has no end. There's no end to it. Comfort crawls upon you. What is comfort? Let us, very simple. In Christ's symbolic life is very deep significance is this. That comfort is nothing but the matter overpowering the spirit. You see that point? If you are sitting on a chair, then you can't sit on the ground. If you are sitting on a sofa set, you can't sit on a chair. If you are sitting on a velvet, then you cannot sit in an ordinary. Is the matter always overpowering the spirit? And he was the spirit. What does it matter to him? Whether straw or anything? It is unsurmountable. Nothing can displease the spirit of these material things. I mean, the matter otherwise will take so. That is the thing one has to understand. That he was the spirit. And if you have to become the spirit, first of all, try to give up your comforts. Lash your bodies a little bit. I'm sorry on a Christmas day to say that. Because he was also lashed that way. If you see on the day he was born, for a mother to put the child in a crib, that was a manger, is too much of a sacrifice. How much you want to do for your children? Dress them up properly, do this, do that. But the child was to be put in the manger, was put in the manger, just for you people to learn that comfort crawls on the spirit. We always seek the comfort. This one thing is the message to all of us. If you seek the your room, I must have a bathroom attached to that. Again, comfort. What about my wife? Where is she going to sleep? She'll sleep as others are sleeping. And you will sleep as others are sleeping. Nobody is going to die. Of that be sure. I can assure you. Surgery is very hard thing that way. You see. Very few people die once they come to surgery. Some of them should. But they don't. They continue. They go on giving realization. They go on doing everything. Still they continue. They escape all the accidents, escape all the problems, and they continue. But this is a short time which must be used. It's a very, very concrete thing I wanted to tell you today. It's nice to talk of Christ's word, be happy about it, sing songs, go into a mood like that, but really I tell you, it's a very symbolic thing for all of us to know that he slept in a man.
Let's absorb the holy words and divine words of our Mother for a few minutes. We will say the Lord's Prayer. We can put our right hand on the forehead. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name, thy kingdom come. That will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please, Shri Mataji, give us forgiveness, give us peace. Now we can say the prayer to Shri Buddha to destroy our ego. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Shri Adi Shakti Nirmala Mataram Sharanam Gacchami. Shri Adi Shakti Nirmala Mataram Sharanam Gacchami. Shri Adi Shakti Nirmala Mataram Sharanam Gacchami. We can pray in ourselves to destroy the ego that we have. We will say now the third mantra of the Maha Mantra. Om Tvameva Sachak Shri Kalki Sachak Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Atahaji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, we thankful you for everything that you have given us, for this meditation in this morning. Our words cannot express our love, but we love you very much and we thankful very, very much. Thank you to have given us realization. Thank you for everything that you have done. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us pray to bring peace in this world, that the ego should be destroyed, all the obstacles should be destroyed, all the evil forces should be destroyed. Jai Shri Mataji. We can to bow down on the holy and divine feet of our Mother and rise our Kundalini. Jai Shri Mataji, thank you sisters and brothers, and see you tomorrow. Jai Shri Mataji.
And hands are touching. become